Dear colleagues, it's about a year since we taped the first video on premium internet underlay services. Today I want to give you an update on what happened over the last year, what are the services we have developed since then, including some of the announcements we have made at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona about 2 months back at late February 2023. As this included a big part of security that we are embedding into our solution, I today have with me Deniz from TSEC. Deniz, over to you.
So every connectivity concept needs a security strategy. That's why we brought our teams together to jointly integrate security functionalities deep in premium internet. Frank, over to you.
Thank you, Deniz. Let's really look into what's going on the market today. I'm using some slides that we also presented to the analysts and also partly in a keynote at the Mobile World Congress. It is about disruption in enterprise networking that we currently see. So if you really look into how customer networks are evolving at a fast pace these days, it's quite dramatic actually. Over more than 20 years we had a very centralized structure. So there was a central data center, the end users were sitting in the office locations of the customer, and data flows were within the boundaries of this defined private network. At some point there was also introduced a central gateway that was going into the internet, so secured by a firewall. That's how this has been done. The driving technology to enable these networks or to build these networks was MPLS. Since a few years we see a clear trend to more decentralized infrastructure. This is driven by mainly also the growth of hyperscalers. More and more customers are moving workloads from their own data centers into hyperscaler locations, cloud locations. So this is already breaking up the boundaries of the defined MPLS network. You need to have this new locations included into your network. Another driver also was actually COVID. So Corona/COVID, the pandemic, where more and more users had to go to the home office. And the centralized structure is not really well suited to drive traffic or to carry traffic from home office users to applications that are potentially also in the cloud, on the hyperscaler infrastructures. So what was the natural shift there? That people move away or start to build at least further infrastructures based on the internet. So internet is becoming more and more the central networking part of our customer networks. This is happening today. Some customers are already quite advanced in these steps. Others at least have a clear internet-first strategy that they have developed. But this is the trend that will happen over time. This comes with a big but. Not everything on MPLS was bad. It's really the opposite. MPLS gave clear defined quality. It was a private network. It was controlled by the operator, Deutsche Telekom. We run MPLS endpoints of our customers in some 100 countries on the world in quality with performance SLAs end-to-end managed. Yes, MPLS is by now an dated technology, more than 25 years since it was invented, which comes with some downturns if it comes to really how to configure the network. It doesn't really have all the latest technology in sight. That's why there's a big benefit of moving to the internet and using SD-WAN technology, but this comes with security concerns. The internet is a public network and there's a lot of security issues going on these networks that you need to address. Plus, a very big but as well is performance. Quite often, internet is good enough, but more and more often it is also realized by our customers that it is not always good and that there is nobody to really fix problems on the internet if they occur. People forget that the internet is not one homogeneous network, but it consists of thousands of smaller networks that are basically plugged together. And traffic on the internet typically takes the cheapest path. So an access provider in a given country has to pay another provider, a tier 1 provider like Deutsche Telekom, to carry the traffic to the endpoint. So there is cost involved and the operators want to drive costs down. Obviously, they are under cost pressure. This comes with performance issues for our customers. And no one is guaranteeing performance SLAs on the internet. So the big question is, how can we build a network that combines the benefits of both MPLS, private, secure, and with performance SLAs with the ubiquitous availability, global availability of the internet. This is a question that our customers ask us. We have looked into it for some time and also came up with a solution that you know, premium internet underlay. But what is also very relevant, it's not only we seeing this trend, but even more importantly, also analysts like Gartner recognize that there's a demand for a better internet. They call it enhanced internet. So this is now something you see here is the so-called hype cycle for enterprise networking in the release from Q3 2022, where Gartner brought it out. They brought in a new topic there. They called it enhanced internet. And this is basically exactly the definition of what we do with premium internet. They say best effort internet is not good enough for B2B customers. We need to find ways to define and operate a better internet. This comes with, normally in the Gartner report, in the details, a list of companies that they highlight that are able to help enterprise customers to really solve this problem. One of these companies there is Teridion. The company, you might remember it from the last video, that we invested in, some 3 million already in 2021. It's a startup from Israel, and another $25 million US in Q4 2022. This is public domain information. There was a press release of Deutsche Telekom. So we really focus on the technology of Teridion, the startup from Israel, to develop our solution that is answering exactly this request for better internet. So premium internet is our market response. It is available since more than a year. First customer is live since March last year. It was our first POC customer who then really told us within the 2 weeks of POC, don't shut down the service. The quality is so great. Our end users love it already. Keep this service up and running. That's the feedback. I'm also quite sales driven. I don't get too often very positive feedback from our customers. So what is premium internet all about? In a nutshell, it is really an end-to-end managed service of Deutsche Telekom. So like it is done on MPLS, we manage the same solution here as an underlay, end-to-end, including a CPE, local access, direct internet access is part of the solution. We run this on our own backbone, Deutsche Telekom Autonomous System 3320. So RS is the acronym there of Deutsche Telekom, which covers some 15 countries. As said on MPLS, we are supporting our B2B customers in more than 100 countries. So how do we bridge the gap between our own coverage geographically, 15 countries to the 100s? Well, we're using the backbone of Teridion, which is a software-defined backbone with artificial intelligence network management tools supporting it, real state-of-the-art technology and pure software-based. So with this 500 POPs that are running on all the hyperscaler infrastructures, in total on 25 different infrastructure cloud provider backbones that they can utilize. Teridion technology is always able to find the best path through the internet, through the different infrastructures that are running or that are lying under this service. And by this, we are able to offer an end-to-end SLA to our customers, which is unique on a global scale. Besides, because it is pure software, it is very easy for us to set up new POPs if there's a demand, or to upgrade new POPs. It doesn't need to ship a big new router, provider edge router or something. This is all really pure software done via a centralized orchestration tool that is running the service. All this is bundled into an attractive flat rate pricing model that typically, especially if it comes to remote countries, gives a very serious discount compared to MPLS. So those of you colleagues that have done the math there and the information is available, see this is a real attractive offering for our customers. When we started the service last year, I said it's March last year we started it, we wanted to be fast to market. Because this is really in our genes. We want to be here really leapfrogging some of our competitors to be out there with the service. That's why we took as many services as possible that were already available and that we could produce through our IT chains. So that's why we started with the Cisco CPE. If we roll out customers today on those that are in operation with the full managed service running on Cisco CPEs. This is the same technology and the same engineering and operations team we are using for our our MPLS services, intra-select services, also allowing for smooth migrations of customers who want to move or integrate further locations via premium internet. Still, having a branded CPE that then might be added with an SD-WAN from a different vendor, we come to a box stacking situation where you have a Cisco CPE as an underlay CPE, you have maybe a Aruba or VMware CPE that is running on top. This didn't feel right. And we had a clear aim from the beginning that we wanted to introduce a universal, a white label or magenta colored CPE, and that's what we have done. We had a kind of sneak preview or first announcement of it, still a bit shy at that time at Digital X last year in September in Cologne. And we did a big bang around it at the Mobile World Congress. So the universal CPE comes with quite some advantages that you can see here on this slide. Just to name a few, it really reduces massively truckloads. Or truck rolls. So you only bring one box to the customer instead of 2 or 3. It also reduces the effort for field technicians, because a lot of the stuff is now pushed on the universal CPE via software instead of really bringing appliances with hard-coded software built into the equipment there. So a lot of benefits there that are also sustainable. And we are working on all these solutions and really will produce some more highlights on this sustainability aspect. Still, universal CPE as such is not a really new concept, in all fairness. But there were two elements that in the past were hindering or blocking a bit the wider success of universal CPE. One was operational challenges. If you run different software packages from different vendors on one box, there's always a question of service demarcation. How do these services fit together? Who is managing what? Who is really having the full control on the box? And so on. We have managers, we have our own solution for it, together with our partners, and that's exactly what we showcased at Mobile World Congress. On the universal CPE, we were running the Teridion VNF to do the premium internet underlay. We had an Aruba VNF running the SD-WAN overlay layer. And we introduced for the very first time to the public there, out of our partnership with Zscaler, the premium zero-trust solution of Zscaler, which is really state-of-the-art technology and allows us to offer premium zero trust, so a zero trust solution with end-to-end performance SLAs on a global scale. No one else on the market can offer this service, nor with Zscaler, nor with anybody else at the moment. So we are really front runners here together with our partners, and that's what we have showcased there, and what Deniz will give you a bit more insight on the Zscaler part in a minute. But there was one other element that also was hindering success of universal C. And this is purely about commercials. If I have a universal CPE, I want to be able to add new services over time instead of adding another box on top, box stacking again. So, but if we are in an RFP situation with one of our customers, we get a very clear demand of what is scope of this RFP, and we design the box typically to fulfill the scope of this RFP, but not more. Because more would cost more money and would make us less competitive in the RFP. We tackled this problem together with Intel, because all these universal CPEs run Intel cores, Intel CPUs, and came up with a solution that is also unique to the market. Intel is doing this as of today only with us. It will not be limited to us, it's not exclusive, but we are first mover here together with Intel. We introduce the universal CPE as a service or with a pay-as-you-grow model. So how does this work? In normal terms, for normal customer requirements, we have two sizes of CPEs. We have more there, but basically these two CPE models are able to run 90% of our demands, I would say. One is a so-called 8-core CPE with 8 CPU cores. The other one is a 16-core CPU model. For our premium internet underlay service and the so-called hypervisor software on the box, we need on average 4 cores. So on the small box, there's 4 more cores available for further services. On the 16-core box, we have 12 cores available for more services. And as a rule of thumb, you can say roughly 4 more cores for every additional service. So this means if we ship a box with 16 cores and we are running only premium internet underlay, this consumes 4 cores. And now comes the highlight, the customer only pays for 4 cores. Only if he's adding new services, so ordering new services from us, we will also charge for the additional cores. So basically, he's paying the price of a 4-core machine, but we roll out a 16-core machine. This is out of our partnership with Intel as of today, early May 2023. I'm not aware of any other telco on the world that offers this service. We can do it on a project basis. It's not fully standardized, in all fairness. We run it in a competence center mode, but in general, this is a possible service we can do. So, and this is really where we bring the universal CPE and our premium internet underlay solution to the next level. Because already on our POPs, the 500 Teridium POPs, we can scale software, do so-called service chaining, because it's pure software. It's very easy to add more CPU cores or memory to it. And we can now do this also on the edges. So we have a fully flexible platform end-to-end to run workloads or applications, VNS, virtual network functions for our customers. And the perfect example for this is what we have done with Zscaler. And with this, I'm handing over to Deniz, who will introduce you what we have showcased on Mobile World Congress and that we are now introducing to the market. Deniz?
Thank you, Frank. As mentioned in the beginning, every connectivity concept needs a security strategy. For this, we have integrated security deeply into the premium internet architecture, allowing SLA-based zero-trust network access functionalities at the edge and within the customer's global network. To achieve this, we use the software components Private Service Edge, Application Connector, and Branch Connector provided by our partner Zscaler. Let's take a closer look at these components and how they work together. The App Connector is placed close to the applications in the customer's infrastructure. It can be located in a customer's data center on a Magenta Edge or in multiple private cloud environments such as AWS or Microsoft Azure. The App Connector only established outbound connections, eliminating the need for incoming open ports and reducing by this the attack surface. The App Connector acts as a secure interface between the customer's servers and the premium Zero Trust Exchange, enabling the provisioning of corporate applications. This allows security policies to be defined at the application level instead on IP addresses. The Branch Connector is placed near to server, IoT or OT environments and can also be installed on the Magenta UCPE. This enables explicit access to individual applications based on continuous identity and context validation. Zscaler Client Connector plays a crucial role in implementing a zero-trust network access approach. The app ensures that users' web and mobile traffic are protected regardless of their locations or network connection. With Zscaler Client Connector, organizations can enforce strict access policies and control traffic forwarding, all contributing to a strong zero-trust security architecture. Zscaler Client Connector offers various security features, including supporting of multiple authentication mechanisms, trusted network detection, and SSL inspection for web traffic. Zscaler Digital Experience enables organizations to monitor user devices and detect user experience and productivity issues. The premium Zero Trust Exchange architecture also provides comprehensive protection against threats such as malware, phishing, or zero-day attacks. This enables users to seamlessly access internet applications with a comprehensive security through the global Zscaler data centers. Typically, in a regional site, the network is segmented by a firewall. Firewall policies within a WAN are usually configured with open global network-to-network rules. Devices within the network segment often communicate directly without logging the traffic. In this scenario, we have a private service edge installed on a Magenta UCPE. The private service edge acts as a broker, securely managing the connections between the Zscaler Client Connector and App Connector, and ensures that all traffic is protected and policies are enforced, contributing to a robust zero-trust architecture. Direct client connections within the same network segment can be efficiently prevented, and this reduces also the attack surface within a WAN. In summary, the premium Zero Trust Exchange architecture empowers organizations with an advanced security, reduced latency, deployment flexibility, simplify management, and improve user experience. By embracing these benefits, organizations can establish a robust zero-trust network architecture that protects their resources and provides seamless and secure access to applications. Deutsche Telekom offers end-to-end managed services, including identity services, and provides 24/7 monitoring through their Security Operations Center, ensuring organizations have a secure and well-managed IT infrastructure. Our expertise and commitment to customer satisfaction makes us a trusted partner to many clients in delivering comprehensive and reliable solutions. Frank, over to you.
Thank you, Deniz. In summary, this is really now a solution we have built that combines the best of old legacy MPLS times. So really we have the performance SLAs and bring it into the internet where we have global availability with 500 terabit POPs around the world. So performance and security built into one product. We call this Premium Zero Trust. Deniz.
So we build a modular product proposition and we are open for POCs. So don't hesitate to contact us if you have any questions or just reach out for support. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.